to highlight Ego Event Studios. And the two technologies that we are going to talk about are the Google Analytics and Power BI. So let me introduce you to the team. So the first one we have is Sukanda Silpachai, who is our finance and logistics, our vendor relations manager. We have Mayank Tiku, who is our event director. We have Angelica Olavo Ribeiro, who is our operations and logistics lead. And then myself, I'm Kanchan Preet Sasan, creative and marketing lead for Ego Event Studios. So why are we doing this study? That's because we saw this news on the news channel. So because this news was telecasted on the news channel, you guys can see and understand the fear that is going around in our company, that even as senior management, we are very scared. So that's why we decided, you know what, it's time to take some action. So the three main components of this presentation are digital transformation, the Ego Event Studio, and understanding what is the underlying issue. Starting with digital transformation. So digital transformation is revolutionizing industry everywhere. It's the Internet of Things, the digital twins. You talk about AI, machine learning, all these different components of digital transformation are used to improve customer engagement and operational performance, and they are being used everywhere in every industry. Understanding the customer engagement and understanding what actually engages the customer can help industries get that competitive edge. So what's the role of Ego Event Studio in it? Ego Event Studio is a mid-sized Canadian event management company that was founded in 2024. It operates from Vancouver, but it works in cities like Vancouver, Burnaby, and Richmond, which are around Vancouver. So what do? We plan events for them. We started with a small group of customers, and now we have built a reputation based on personalized event planning, budget-friendly options. We literally sit with people, we talk about what you want, and we deliver them what they want in the money that they are able to give. So you can guess that we rely a lot on customer feedback. They tell us what's wrong, what's right, and we go with their recommendations, their feedback to improve their event as well as the events in future. With a small workforce, we rely on in-person meetings with the customers and the manual analysis of data and feedback. So after every event, we have meetings with them. After every event, we record their feedback. We come back to the stage and we again discuss how can we improve, how can we not improve. So yes, we built a reputation, but what went wrong? As you just saw the news article, we lost our 5th contract in the last 6 months, which is very worrying. What changed? Well, the consumer purchasing behavior changed. Between platforms like Amazon and Canva and other AI and machine learning platforms, people have moved to digital channels. Their consumer purchasing behavior has moved to digital channels. We have a website, but it's merely an online catalog. Like all you see is, it's like a menu card for a restaurant. You see our products, but you're not able to do much with it. We have no way to track the effectiveness of our marketing campaign. So we see that there is something lacking, but we are not able to understand what is exactly lacking. So as senior management team, we understand that there is a need for change. We just don't know what that change is. Whenever we talk about that change, we get internal resistance from our own employees because they think, oh my God, you're going to take my job away, which, trust me, is not our purpose. We are trying to move ahead with the people, for the people, and by the people. So this case study will go into evaluating this case study. It will give recommendations, the solutions that Ego Event Studio must adapt in order to stay competitive in the marketing. Over to Sukanda, who is our finance and vendor relations lead.
Thank you so much, Sasan. Isuganda here. So this presentation evaluates Ego Event Studio's current digital challenges and the role of analytics tools in improving decision-making. For this section, we evaluate Ego Event Studio's current situation. The company has strong customer relationships and creative event planning services, but it lacks of digital analytics capabilities. This evaluation focuses on understanding the company's strengths and weaknesses, as well as opportunities and threats in the market. By analyzing these factors, we can identify why adopting digital tools such as Google Analytics and Microsoft Power BI is necessary to support better decision-making and improve competitiveness. Moving on to another slide, so you will see the SWOT analysis. So for the Ego Event Studio situation, we have several important strengths. The company focuses heavily on building strong relationships with our customers and providing personalized event planning services. This customer-centered approach has helped the business build a positive reputation in the Vancouver event planning market. Another strength is the company's use of customer feedback to improve its service, which we are trying to upgrade that in digital system. So despite these strengths, Ego Event Studio faces several weaknesses as well, as Cezanne mentioned earlier. So, but the most significant issue is the lack of structured data analytics system. So currently, most decisions are based on manual analysis and assumptions rather than reliable data. So which our company website function mainly as a catalog, as Cezanne mentioned as well. So, but we don't have interactive platform for customer insights. Additionally, employees are hesitate to adopt new digital system due to lack of training and fear of technological change. So there are also several opportunities as well for improvement. By implementing Google Analytics, Ego Event Studio can track website traffic, user behavior, and customer demographics. This information helps us and our company understand how customers interact with their services online, so that we can have a chance to meet our customers or our prospect customers online real time, so that we don't have to shoot the email or we don't have to make a phone call, which we don't see them and they don't see us. And also, our company also faces external threats. Many competitors already use advanced analytics and digital marketing tools. Because Ego Event Studio lacks these capabilities, this has recently lost several major event contracts. Consumer behavior has also shifted strongly toward digital platforms, making online engagement increasingly important. If the company does not adapt to these changes, its market position and revenue may continue to decline. Moving on to another slide. So I would like to mention about the Google Analytics and Power BI. To address these challenges, the company should implement digital analytic tools. Google Analytics helps track important website metrics such as visitor numbers, demographics, and conversion rates, while Power BI complements this by transforming new data into visual dashboards that highlight trends and performance indicators. These tools allow managers to monitor marketing effectiveness, customer engagement, and overall business performance. So moving on to another slide, you will see the dashboard for Google Analytics and also Microsoft Power BI. For the first one, Google Analytics will show the website traffic and customer behavior, while the Power BI dashboard will present business performance insight, and also you will see about the revenue breakdown. So for my end, our company has very strong customer service and creative, event planning capabilities, but our company also lack of digital analytics tools needed in today's data-driven business environment. So this gap has contributed to declining booking and increased competition. I suggest that implement Google Analytics or Power BI will help us transform raw data into actionable insights and support more effective strategic decision making. So I would like to pass it to Angelica for the solution for the Google Analytics and Microsoft Power BI. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much, Safanda. Okay, so to solve the challenges faced by Ego Event Studio, our group has proposed several digital transformation solutions. Firstly, we can suggest implementing Google Analytics. This tool will help the company track important information such as website traffic, customer behavior, and the effectiveness of their marketing campaigns by understanding how customers interact with the website. The company can also identify what is working well and what needs improvement. Next, we can recommend using Microsoft Power BI. So Power BI will help the company convert large amounts of data into interactive dashboards and visual reports. So this would make it a lot more easier for managers and decision makers to understand trends, patterns, and business performances. Next, we can suggest integrating Google Analytics and Power BI. So when these two tools work together, the company can combine website data with business data. So this will support data-driven decision making, especially in areas such as market strategies and event planning. Another important solution is providing training programs for employees. So since some of the employees may resist new technologies, proper training would really help them feel a lot more confident and comfortable using digital tools in their daily work. In addition, leadership support and clear communication are also really very essential for a very successful digital transformation. When leaders encourage change and explain its benefits, employees are more likely to adopt the new system. The company should also monitor key performance metrics like customer engagement, event bookings, and market campaign results regularly. This would really ensure that the progress is on track and would also help to make more better strategic decisions. Overall, by using data analytics and encouraging organizational change, Ego Event Studio can improve the marketing strategies, customer experience, as well as the overall business performance. That was all from my side. I'd like to hand it over to Mayank.
Thank you so much, Angelica, for that. So, in this part of the presentation, what we're going to focus is on recommendations and conclusions to Ego Studio's digital transformation, right? So, the main idea behind the recommendation is that the company should not treat digital tools as another technology upgrade. Instead, these tools should help management make better decisions, which is us, improve marketing performance, understand customer behavior more clearly, and support long-term business growth. Based on our case analysis, we believe the best path forward is a practical and phased approach. Rather than trying to change everything at once, we should introduce digital analytics step by step, define clear performance measures, make sure dashboards support real decisions, and build staff confidence through management. So overall, in this section, we'll try to explain not only what the company should do next, but how it can implement these changes in a realistic and sustainable way. Next slide, please. So our first recommendation is to roll out the solution in phases. This is important because a phased implementation reduces risk, lowers resistance, and gives the company time to learn and adjust along the way. So in phase one, the focus should be on building the foundation. This means installing Google Analytics on the website and setting up tracking for most important conversion points, such as inquiry forms, booking forms, and other key user actions. At this stage, Ego Event Studio can start understanding where the website visitors come from, how long they stay, and where they leave the site. That creates a clear baseline of current performance. In phase two, the business should move towards integrated reporting. This means connecting Google Analytics, which we're going to predominantly use for a collection of all the data, with Power BI, so that website traffic, booking behavior, campaign performance, customer interactions, and revenue trends can all be viewed together. Instead of having scattered information in different places, management, which is us, will have one unified dashboard to support decision making. And then finally, phase three, the company can focus then on optimization. So we've done the foundation, we've done the integration, now comes the optimization. At that point, the goal is not just collecting data, but using that data to improve operations, marketing, and business performance. This phase also gives the company a chance to strengthen staff buy-in and scale the system only after the team is comfortable with the new process. Next slide, please. Our second recommendation is to design the operating model around decisions. In other words, dashboards and KPIs should not just exist to display information. They should help the company, which is asked, to make better business decisions. First, Ego Win Studio should define a focused set of KPIs, right? Examples include a qualified lead, visitor to client book conversion ratio, average revenue per event. An event, again, is a session which the user spends on the website. These are much more meaningful than tracking too many numbers that do not influence action. So we want to track meaningful numbers, not just all numbers. Second, the company should create role-based dashboards, right? Different people need different insights. For example, the C-suite executives, which is us, may need to see revenue, profit, return on investments, and win-loss performance. Functional teams may focus more on bounce rate, traffic source, and lead generation, right? For example, our sales head would want to focus on lead generation, that type of dashboard. So they're creating relevant dashboards for that person, right? Event planning teams may be more interested in event types, customer behavior, and seasonal demand patterns, right? So creating different dashboards that suit different departments. Third, change management is essential. Employees need training and workshops so that they can understand that analytics is meant to support their work, not create extra pressure. Internal champions can also help by answering quick questions and engaging adoptions across teams. Finally, governance matters, right? The company should standardize campaign naming, improve customer source tagging, and maintain a small actionable KPI set. This creates a clearer data, better reporting, and more trust in the system. So overall, this recommendation is about making sure technology, people, and processes they come together and work together. Next slide, please. A third and final recommendation is to treat digital transformation as a process of continuous improvement. The implementation of predominantly Google Analytics and then Power BI to some capacity should not be seen as the final goal. Instead, these tools should create an ongoing feedback loop. The first step is to monitor performance regularly through focused KPIs. The second is to refine decision based on those results, such as improving website content, changing reporting views, adjusting service bundles, or redesigning business processes. The third step, and the very important step, is to learn from the data by identifying customer segments, seasonality, and stronger or weaker service areas. And fourth, it naturally comes with optimization, is to invest smarter, using insights to improve pricing, promotions, customer relationship spanning. In the short term, this approach can help us to improve sales processes, identify high potential customer segments, and understand seasonal demands. In the medium term, it can support more strategic decisions related to pricing, bundled service promotions, and customer retention. And the key message is that digital transformation should continue evolving as the company learns more from the data. And finally, next slide. So basically, to conclude, our analysis shows that predominantly Google Analytics and Power BI to some extent can help Ego Event Studio move from institution-based decision-making, which we are doing right now, to evidence-based management. At this stage in the company's growth, the biggest need is not a complete reinvention of the business model. Our business model is good. It's set. We have a good reputation. Instead, the company needs better visibility into performance so that it can make smarter decisions within its existing operations. If these recommendations are implemented properly, we should be able to recover the lost sales, which we talked about in the first initial slides, improve competitiveness, as mentioned in our SWOT analysis, and support more sustainable growth. Better reporting will allow management to respond more quickly to market changes, understand customers more deeply, and use marketing resources more effectively. And the one final takeaway, which all four of us as a senior leadership team of Ego Event Studio feel, that analytics tools are no longer optional for a modern business. For our business, which is Ego Event Studio, they are necessary capabilities that can improve planning, strengthen marketing efficiency, and support long-term success. With that, we would like to close the presentation. Thank you so much for your time.